So today we have a 2020 Duramax L5P, I believe. We're gonna pull the fender liner. Unfortunately, I don't have my camera mount, so I'm gonna have to hold it by hand. So it's gonna be a little bit different of a video, but for the time being, we're gonna have to pop all the screws. There's a clip up here I saw. And we're gonna pop this out and see what we can do. So let's start. It's a T15. Gonna have a good time coming out. Switch over to let's get these upper ones out. We're gonna flip over to the other side. It's gonna be hard for you to see. Okay. We have two more down here. So we have this right here is another Torx. And then kind of going back and forth right now. This one is a push clip, obviously. That's a little push clip right there. So I think we have all, actually there's one more back there that's hiding from me. And then I gotta get the one that I'm having issue.
On the driver's side wheel off, right?
Yeah. These GM fender minders, these new Torx screws are really a pain in the butt. Okay. So let's see how this comes out. Gonna pull it out like so. It's hard to tell if I got them all because of the dirt everywhere. Keep moving this camera around. Let me pop it out and I'll show you. So this is what you see when you take the fender liner out, and honestly I'm kind of disappointed. There is a lot of crap in the way of these glow plugs, but we got a job to do. That's number 2 right there we're having an issue with. Yeah, let's go ahead and get these things out. This is gonna be quite the pain in the butt. Not gonna lie. But let's do this one real quick. Let's get that nut. I know you can't see anything I'm doing. I apologize. This is what I'm doing back here. You can see the nut right there. I'm getting that one loose. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna take them all out, blow all the holes out, and then we're gonna go ahead and slam them back in. And these are 10 millimeters. It's really, really hard to see. You have to use your imagination. Okay, now I gotta get the hard one, which I can't really even see, but we're gonna attempt to remove this charge. I loosened this charge tube, by the way. There's 11 at the top, 11 clamp. The thing is by far a nightmare. Nuts loose on it. See, I'm going right through there on the side of the steering shaft. I don't know what you can see. My screen will come on. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing right there. Not really sure. I just don't want to drop the nut, so I'm going to take it off part way. Stick my hand in there. Pull the nut out. Oh man, this is a pain. Here's the nut. Wow, I'm quite displeased. Okay, let's get this back two out. Let's get this one. Let's get it, break them loose. And these are swivel plus, so we're gonna pop my socket off like that, so I can get the angle for the back one. Okay, here's another one.
Check all spare tire stuff down there either.
Okay. Go grab the paperwork and have Dave call him and ask him where it's at. Okay, now we gotta get the hard one. Well, there's another one. So, here's our trophies. I'm gonna blow those holes out next. There's our 4 old glow plugs. Here's the brand new ones, brand new GMs. They come all pretty in this plastic fancy case. This is the part number for this truck. I don't know if it's gonna fit yours, 68 George or 127-25202. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and blow these holes out. Try to clean all the soot. These ones, it says that there's a TSB for a reamer. I just don't have the reamer, so we're just gonna use air, clean it out. It's gotta be better than nothing. Now let's get this pain in the butt one that I can't even, ow, smacked my head. Oh, it's close enough to me. So I call that good. It's not perfect, but it's what I have. It's what we're working with. So let's open up these fancy schmancy glow plugs. Get them all open. They don't come with nuts. These are GMs. If you're doing this, use only GM glow plugs. Don't try anything else. We have a truck in the back that needs the cylinder head removed on a, I think it's a 2012, because the customer put aftermarket glow plugs in it, and they're stuck. They're actually stuck in the cylinder head, and cannot get them out. We've tried extraction, we've tried drilling, tried to do as much as we can, but we're pretty much at a point to where it's going to turn into destruction, and once that happens, it's going to probably need a cylinder head. So let's make sure that glow plug did fall, but it didn't damage it. Since I'm lazy, like always, we're going to start at the back. We'll do one at a time. So we'll do the easiest one first, of course. Some people put anti-seize. What I will say to that is, here's the original glow plugs. Here's 2 of them at least. I don't see any anti-seize on there, so I'm not going to put none on. They don't do it from the factory, I'm not going to do it. Because the potential for leaching, I don't want it to leach down into the cylinder and damage something in the cylinder. So, it's my opinion. I've been doing this long enough to hopefully know better. So now let's go ahead and put these ones in, which is a little difficult. Trying to find, make a joke of it, trying to find the hole. I don't think that's the hole. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, now we need to move this forward. Charge 2. And they do not make these easy. At this point, give me any other Duramax to do glow plugs on. Okay. I think that one's in. Right. That one's in. That one's in. Yep. Okay. Now we're going to tighten the back too. And you see I used this semi-deep socket. The reason I used it is because I couldn't get the angle. The problem is with that angle, it barely bites on the end of it. So what I did on that second one, which is number 4, I pushed the socket off just a hair, like about right there, so I could bite onto it more. And it's still engaged, so these things aren't crazy tight. So that was my little trick. I could have had a semi-deep swivel, which I actually do. Well, my dad does. I haven't bought any yet. But the problem is I only have 3/8 ones, and I don't want to. When I go up like that, it's going to go bigger and it's going to be more difficult. So we're going to go ahead and put these pigs in by hand. They're 10mm head, and the nuts for them are 8. Let's snug it up. Snug is good. Okay, that one's snug. Now let's try this front one, which I don't even remember how I got this thing. Jeez, what a disaster. It's funny because I really don't remember how I got this one. So let's go ahead and do the second one in next. I'm gonna pop my socket off just a little bit, just like so. You see it's not all the way engaged. I'm gonna try to weasel this in. I apologize for the viewing angle, but this thing is a pain in the butt. What happened to it? The clutch?
Yeah.
Blue part? Looks good?
Pressure plate's fucking slow.
Cool.
This thing's got a aftermarket clutch in it.
Is it dual mass?
No, not the flutter, but clutch itself.
Oh, it does. Okay, I need to look at that. Well, it doesn't really matter at this point.
I was just gonna smoke this one even faster.
This thing's out. Hello. No, it's a pain in the butt. Okay, let's get this one. The middle one, I dropped my socket, so I'm gonna have to crawl under there and find it. It just sucks because you really can't see all what I'm doing on this. Okay, that one's tight. So let me go grab a magnet, get my socket back, tighten up the second one, and then we'll put the nuts on. Okay, I recovered the mystical socket. Here it is. It was right under the front diff. So I got very lucky. Landed in the skid plate. So we're gonna try this one more time. And I apologize, I know you can't see anything. But I just want you to know that we're both in the same boat. This is interesting. Okay, it's actually going in. Apologize about the bad view. It's just, this thing is rough. Okay, I got it on again with my swivel halfway engaged. Okay, I'm able to get it tight. I just wanted to show you. This is how I'm looking through to see it. If you look right through here, it's really hard, but if you look through these two harnesses, deep back in there, you can actually see it with a good light.
I got on there, oil change, AC belt, alternator belt, front pads, front rotors, rear pads, top off clean system, and then I just need to do it.
Okay, that's fine. Drop it again. Okay, now we're gonna put the nuts on. Okay. Okay, there's that one. There's one. Since they're all tight, I'm gonna go and put the wiring on them. Lucky me, my socket fell on the ground. These glow plugs are just kind of ridiculous. Put it nicely. Okay, we're tightening the back one. Usually I hold them, but this operation requires two hands, hold the camera, and as long as we're not. Okay, that one's tight. Now unfortunately I dropped one of the nuts, so I have spares. But I have the middle one to do last. Let me get the wiring on, and then we'll dig for the nut. Couldn't find it, but I have a spare. Hopefully this fits. Okay, it actually fit. That was good. Okay. Let's see if I can get this. And I apologize again. I know I apologize 75,000 times. I'm gonna have to do this one by myself. Here's another way you can try to get that nut on the second one back, so it should be number 4, is you can go right through the top here with a swivel. Just trying to help you out. It's really hard to see, but you can get in it like that and tighten it up. And then on the top of the engine, this is what I've ended up doing. I pulled this charge tube off right here, put it back on. It's an 11 or a 7/16. I like to, sorry, I gotta have 2 hands for this. I like to get on all the way. Snug, nice and tight. And that's how that's done. I'm gonna throw the fender liner in. I'm not gonna record that because it's a pain in the butt. We'll get it done. So we're inside the 2020 Denali. As you can see, we got 75,629 on the clock. It is an L5P 2020 4-wheel drive. Let's go ahead and clear the codes. This is my first time doing glow plugs on a L5P, so I'm not sure if I need to do any adaptation. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna dig through, make sure we have no codes. We had a learning code on number 2. I will post it up top. That's what we had before. Let's go functional tests, output controls. I don't think we're gonna have to reset anything. I didn't see anything in the computer, because I did look it up to see which is the best way to do it. The one thing I will say, this thing is an absolute nightmare to do glow plugs on. One of the worst trucks I've ever had to do glow plugs on, just because of the design. And not only that, the fender liner just sucks. The clips on the back, they fall out every time you touch them. So if you reach up back behind it, you can get them in, but it's not fun. So I don't see anything there. Let's go back. Code menu, display codes, DTC display. Nothing. What we can do is go to the glow plug control module. Assuming I'm just winging it here. Glow plug control module is make sure we have no codes. We have nothing there. We can see the live data on the glow plug itself. It had a learning limit exceeded on cylinder number 2 for the glow plug. So it says okay. Amperage, we got good amperage on that. Resistance looks good, 2468, so that's our side right there. Everything comes back okay. Learning limit offset. So let's just see what this learning limit thing's all about. I think you'd be okay just clearing the codes, but we'll find out right now. Glow plug learn. Oh, this is interesting. So let's turn the ignition on. Okay, turn ignition on. We're gonna turn the ignition on. Engine must be off. We're gonna let it do its thing. Not run. Learn. Time delay expired. Nice. Turn ignition on. Engine must be off. Maybe this one doesn't offer it. I'll double check and post it in there, but for the time being, we're not getting any codes, which is a great sign. So it looks good. So far so good. We'll go from there, and I will let you know if there's anything else that I need to do before I end it. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, and if you have any questions, don't forget to comment down below. And thank you, and have a great day. So I was mistaken. You do have to do the glow plug learn. I did check. I found it. It was all the way at the bottom, which where it should be. So we're going to go ahead and try that now. It says that the ignition has to be on for more than 120 seconds. So it's already been on for 2 minutes, which is 120 seconds. So we're going to try it again. And progress. Okay. So the ignition needs to be on for 2 minutes. You do the learn. It says in progress. We'll let it do its thing. The other thing that I should explain too on this, glow plugs, I guess, they're only one-time use. Which is crazy to me. Anytime they're removed, they need to be replaced. It just sounds nuts, but that's just the way we're going. Everything's one-time use, you know. But let's let this finish, make sure we're all good, and then I have full confidence this thing will be perfect. But I don't know how long this takes. So when I figure it out, we'll come back at it.
Only two things can get you through this, man. Patience.
Okay, now it says we're complete, so let's release control. Let's go back. I'm gonna turn the ignition off, put my foot on the brake, start the girl up. Okay, we're gonna do codes, DCC display. We have no codes in the glow plug, so I know we're good in there. Engine, go codes, display codes, DTC display, no codes. The one thing I'm curious about is if we go back to glow plug control module, if we go data display, glow plug data, I want to see if it has the learn information in there. Just out of curiosity. It says okay. It says learn offset failed. Learn offset failed. It said completed on my side. Learn offset. Luckily, this is a really good customer. Again, we follow everything by the book. Do it again. Worst case, if it does come back on, I'll tell him bring it in. I might just have to do the offset again. I'm not 100% sure, but he's a very good customer. He's more than happy to do whatever we got to do. It is a little interesting that it says failed, but I think that's this cycle. I think that's what that means. But we seen it went in progress and then it finished, so we should be good with that. No codes. I'm gonna get back to him and let it roll.